Wales' environment is one we must all manage for today without compromising tomorrow. But pollution of waterways is increasing. Out of control and unacceptable are how a growing number of influential voices are branding the situation. But clean water is unequivocally in all our best interests.
At Welsh Water, we take around 800 million litres of water every day from the environment. We take that from just over 100 catchments, which covers around 11,000 kilometres squared of land. Obviously, the water that we abstract runs off the land, and as it goes, it can pick up contaminants. It's really important for us that we work with land managers to make sure that the water running off the land is the best quality that it can be, because when we come to treat it, it does cost a lot of money in terms of chemicals and energy and impact on the environment if it's not as good as it can be.
And that impact on the environment where contamination does occur is extensive.
If organic manures, pesticides or fuel oils are not stored or used correctly, the results are devastating. Organic manures, when they break down in the water, removes oxygen from the water, which results in fish deaths. The pesticides are extremely toxic and just kill everything that's there. Rivers and streams take years to recover, and groundwater can take decades, if at all.
All too often, individuals are reticent to report pollution or seek preventative advice.
Any farmers who have any concerns, my first port of call would be Farming Connect. There is a lot of money to be saved by asking questions before you start any work. Initially, we were sceptical about asking somebody onto the farm because we knew we had issues. Like all farms, there are issues somewhere, but they were very helpful. They saw a solution to the problem rather than penalising us for a problem.
And part of that solution to prevent pollution from fields is effective management and testing of soil.
If I know the nutrient status of my field, I can adjust my inputs and I can A, save money by not overfeeding it, and B, I can protect the environment around us by not allowing excess nutrients to disappear from the field and end up in watercourses.
Not spreading slurry during unfavourable weather conditions is also key to reducing runoff. Means of spreading can also contribute to minimising pollution.
We can get low trajectory spreading, so dribble bars, training shoes, injectors, that are far more accurate in terms of placing the slurry near the soil, so it's in soil contact. It doesn't contaminate the grass in the same way, so I end up with clean grass, and it will also reduce the amount of nitrogen that goes up into the atmosphere. So if we can replace some of our splash plate spreaders with dribble bars and training shoes, it'd be a big benefit.
Water pollution can also originate from yards. There are 3 potential hazard points.
Enghraifft, edrych ar y domen dail fan hyn nawr, mae angen ei siŵr fod domen digon o seis I dala'r tail trwy'r gia, a hefyd fod y wal, y welydd, y lloriau y domen ddim yn gadael unrhyw beth sydd o allan o hwnna, fod e'n cael ei ddal. So, edrych do ar yr storfa sylfair wedyn, mae angen ei siŵr fod y llawr yn concret, a fod e'n gyd fod dim cracau mewn lawr, a fod yna drain I gael ar ochr allan o'r storfa sylfair I ddala unrhyw sydd sy'n dod mas o hwnna, fod e'n cael ei ddal a fod e ddim yn rhedeg off chwbod lawr yna, neu mynd i'r gwter ac yn y blaen, achosi problemau gyda ansawdd dŵr. Mae eisiau edrych ar le mae'r tank diesel le mae unrhyw cymegon hefyd yn cael ei storo ar y iard, a mae eisiau dylef hwnna mewn rhywbeth o bynd, fod os mae rhyw broblem yn digwydd fod e'n cael ei ddal wedyn yn y bynd na.
One of the main problems you'll find on a farmyard is the volume of dirty water produced that enters the slurry store. Now this takes up valuable capacity within the store, restricting the actual slurry storage capacity you have remaining. Improving guttering and downpipes and directing all roof water to the clean water drain will stop any contamination, or if you have a dirty yard, roofing over the dirty yard to intercept clean water prior to becoming contaminated by falling onto the yard. Now this can make a massive reduction in the volume of dirty water and slurry being collected on the farm.
Constructing a new slurry pit, therefore, does not always have to happen. But should it be the chosen option, it must comply with regulations.
Any new facility installed after 1991 then has to comply with the SAFO regulations, which is a minimum of 4 months storage.
Individual sources of pollution may appear insignificant, but cumulatively they have dire consequences for water quality. This is termed diffuse pollution, and a growing consensus is stating that preventative action must now be taken. Working together to achieve this aim is possible. Farming Connect can cover from 80 to 100% of the costs for advice on the following: soil and nutrient management planning, slurry and farmyard manure management and storage, farm infrastructure. Contact the Farming Connect Service Centre for further advice. NRW also has a 24-hour advice line.
We have one central phone line now, so you can access advice and guidance, or we strongly recommend that if you have a pollution on your farm, that you call us straight away so that we can stop the pollution as soon as possible. Anything you do will be taken into account.